I had this job at IKEA a few years ago. It was just over the summer, but to me it was my chance at taking a new step in becoming something more of myself. You have to understand, I was about 18 years old, and all I had ever been up to that point was a telemarketer, jumping from one workplace to another. So for me, this was my chance to elevate. I knew I just had to work hard and stand out from the group, so I took every shift available. I worked as hard as they legally allowed me to do. I put so much pressure on myself for 2 months, and I was so scared they would think I wasn't doing a good job, until I hit a wall. I couldn't do anything. As soon as I stepped out in the store, my hands started shaking and I thought I was going to throw up. I thought I was going to faint. I thought I was going to wet my pants. I was so scared I would embarrass myself, and I was so scared I would embarrass the company. It may sound silly, but embarrassing the company was probably what I was afraid of the most. So since I couldn't do the job, I lost it. Someone once said the easiest way to lose something is to want it too much. That was very much the case for me here. The problem was my fear wouldn't let go. It spilled over to my private life, the fear of embarrassing myself. I was unemployed for about a year, and I struggled with living with my fear, until I was able to get a job again, at a call center, telemarketing. In a way, it was kind of a relief. This was something I knew I could do well. So I did do it well, for about 6 months, before I got tired of it. Telemarketing can be challenging, and it's not a very fun line of work, generally. Most people don't stay in that line of work for more than 3 months. So many of my colleagues quit, and I wanted to as well, but my fear wouldn't let me. So I stayed. I stayed for about 9 months, when I suddenly realized that I wasn't just doing a good job. I was probably doing a better job than anyone there. And I thought that just because I'm scared of getting another job at another place, that shouldn't keep me from advancing at this one. So I got my act together. I made it a point of pride to be early and well dressed, and of course always try to make the most sales. So 3 months later I got promoted. I suddenly were in charge of a group of 50 people, everyone looking to me to teach them my ways. Turns out I was pretty good at that job too, and the pay was good. I was able to move out of my parents' basement and get an apartment right in the city where I still live. I worked at the call center until I felt I could no longer learn anything more. So after a total of 3 years, I left and I decided it was time to get an education. So here I am. I guess the point of the story is there can be a silver lining in just about anything, even the worst things. I blamed my fear for robbing me of my happiness, but without it I would never have stayed at the call center as long as I did. I would never have been able to exceed my own abilities the way that got me the promotion, which in turn got me my apartment that I still love. Even though I still live with my fear, I know enough to be grateful for what it has led me to. And without it, I don't think I would have made it this far. I think I would have settled at IKEA.